We'll park here for Into Mobile. We just got home. This is April 3rd, the morning of April 3rd. What does that mean? That means it is iPad day. We just came from the Palo Alto Apple store where we just got our iPad. Waited in line about 15 hours, live streamed the whole thing. Hopefully we saw you there. We're going to show you what exactly is in the box, what makes it so cool, and kind of give you a little brief hands-on of the Apple iPad tablet. Alright, so first, what are we going to do? We're going to, well, let's take a look at the box. It's pretty slim. I mean, considering that the iPad is almost 10 inches in the diagonal, the box is pretty form-fitting, just like the iPhone. The iPhone packaging really is minimalistic. It doesn't waste any space, which is good, eco-friendly. If I can get this package open, here we go. I'm going to open up the saran wrap right there, and we get the more matte kind of finish on the front. And to get at your iPad, we're going to open up the box just like the iPhone, pop it up, and bam. As soon as you do that, you're shown the iPad. Of course, lifting up the tab right here, pops right out. Your iPad, nice and slim. Look at how slim that is. Nice and sleek. Of course, encased in plastic wrap, just to be safe. And really light. You can see I'm kind of just twiddling in my fingers. No problem. It's very sexy. And real quick before we get into the hardware, let's take a look at what's in the box. So, alright, you got your box. You took your iPad out. What do you have? You got this little panel right here. You lift it up. You got your documentation. That's really little importance to us. You know, you got your iPad documentation. Very, very minimal because, you know, it's supposed to be easy to use. Two things. Your cable. Your dock cable, your iPad cable, your iPhone cable, your iPod cable. They're all the same thing for Apple. You get one of these guys, and you get one of these guys. Really small little charging brick. You put the data cable into this guy, put this guy into the wall, and you have your charger. Okay? So that's it. That's all that comes in the box. Again, really minimalistic. Could have been a little thinner because there is a good amount of wasted space here if you take a look. All this right here, it's kind of just empty space. So it could have been thinner in that direction, but hey, you need to protect your brand new gadget. So, here we go. Bam. How do we open this guy? There's this tab. The same tab we used to pull it out of the box. We're just going to pull it all the way off and just kind of peel it away from the iPad. And the first thing you're going to notice is the brushed aluminum back. You see, it is really smooth. The angled edge is really nice, but if you can get in close enough here, you can see the brushed aluminum texture, which is a nice touch, just like the iMac, just like the MacBook Pro. The iPad is kind of in line in that design aesthetic. The brushed aluminum, really nice. On the back, you see your kind of mirror-finished Apple logo. You got the mirror-finished iPad logo. Below that, the 16 gigabyte, because this is the 16 gigabyte version. There are bigger versions, but ours is the 16 gigabyte. And again, really thin, very fairly narrow bezel. Could be thinner in my opinion. You got the one home button because that is Apple. That's the way Apple rolls, right? The very easy user interface with the one button that takes you back to the home. And taking a look around the device, we have a volume rocker right there. Okay, so up down volume. We have a switch toggle, the power button right there on the top, and we've got the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack right there, as well as a little microphone port, so that's cool. You can use any headphones with any standard headphones with the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now the problem is, before we turn this on and show you guys what's up, we have to connect it to our computer with iTunes. So we're going to do that real quick, and we're going to show you how that's done right now. And this is how you set up your iPad. So the first thing you're going to have to do when you turn on your iPad, I'm going to do that right here, you're going to notice that it's going to say, what? Connect to iTunes. I got my little data cable right here. It's going to connect right into the bottom, right below the home button on my iPad. It's going to connect right there. Just going to connect it like so. You're going to get this screen, slide to unlock, and you know, we're going to dismiss that edit the home screen, and right here, there is my iTunes. And it's going to ask us, okay, well, register your iPad, set up your iTunes store account. I'm going to say register later, just for the sake of time. And I have my iTunes account set up, so it shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle to set it up there. Basically, they want me to. They're trying to upsell me to MobileMe. I'm going to pass on that for now. I have read. I know what I'm getting myself into. And I'm going to set this up as a new iPad. I could restore from backup of my iPhone, but I don't want to do that because this is my iPad, not my iPhone. So set it up as a new iPad, sync my songs, sync my photos. I'm just going to not do that for now. And just set it up, just for the sake of time. You're going to see a sync in progress real quick. This is the 16 gig model, so what you're going to see is I have 14 gigs free. You know, there's some overhead, there's some system overhead right there, and you know, the mismatch between what gigabytes really are and the way they count gigabytes is where you're going to lose a little bit of space. But it's that easy. So right there, we're set up right there. I'm set up right here. I have my search screen. Because this is iPhone OS, everything's just very similar to the iPhone. You know, everything's slide gestures. You got your pinch to do, zoom, everything like that. So we're going to play around with it a little bit more and bring back to you our thoughts and our hands-on the Apple iPad tablet.